Hey guys, Dave the Now Station here. I went out to go shooting the other day, and I was actually going to make that shot timer video out at the range. Went to go get some more, a couple more boxes of 9mm just to play around with the timer and stuff, and there wasn't any left. So I checked a couple different gun stores. I mean, everything's gone. Fortunately, I was, I bought some of the last 223 left in town, I bet. So I picked the rest of that up, but there was literally no 9mm or 45 left. So we're kind of stuck at home. I really don't want to burn through, the stockpile that I have. So I'm just going to make a couple of videos here until this whole COVID deal blows over and ammo starts becoming more readily available again. So I've been playing around with the shot timer for the last day or two, and then I was kind of thinking about some different stuff that I could do with this. First round out, reload times. I could do shooting and moving to cover, at the range and all that kind of stuff. But at home, when there's no ammo available, you can still utilize the shot timer, and it's a really good tool for training. So, if you guys can see here, I've got my, kind of homemade IPSC target stuff that I practice my dry fire drills on, and we're going to start utilizing a shot timer into this. So, I did a little bit of a demonstration when I was doing the actual kind of video on the controls for the shot timer, but what you can really do is you can really practice, your fundamentals, right? So, you need to, like I said, in competition, most of the time you start with your hands up, or on your head or wherever. But in real life, I guess if a threat presented to you, if you don't have some training in you, you're automatically gonna put your hands up and try and make yourself not look like a threat. So I think I've gotten to a point now where I would feel comfortable. If somebody came up trying to hurt me or my family, I'm not gonna put my hands up. I feel pretty confident in saying that. Hasn't happened yet. Not sure what's going or what I'm going to do if that situation ever arises, but as of now, I feel comfortable saying if somebody runs up on me, I'm just going to straight go to my draw. Now, that's also something you really need to practice, though. At the range and stuff, I'll practice drawing from concealment. I'll practice, using the belt or my chest rig or whatever, but something as simple as just drawing from concealment and getting lots of reps in without using any ammo is actually a pretty good idea, especially nowadays where there's either price gouging like hundreds of percent wise on ammunition, or if it's just simply not available. So I haven't I'm not modeling any of my par times or anything off of any official standards or anything like that, but for me, I'm starting at a 1.5 second draw to first round out. So I think I could probably start getting that down a little bit, but that's where we're starting for now. So lots of things to consider. Pretty straightforward. You're gonna see your threat with your arms down, relaxed. You're gonna immediately have to get your outer garment out of the way, rip up, expose your weapon, get a good grip on your firearm, do your stage 1, so if you really needed to, you could shoot if they're in close. Hands come together, sight picture, trigger. And then you can even practice your follow through. Obviously with dry firing, you're not going to be able to reset, so this is just isolating that first round out time. Now, it is a good idea to have some sort of target or somewhere you can get your point of aim on there, and obviously we're close range, but we're not going to see where our actual hit was, and we're not going to see split times for multiple rounds, but first round out is definitely a good drill to practice. So I think I've got my timer here. We're going to actually set this down to 1. Oops. Probably should have had this ready. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're at 1.5 seconds for the first round out. So I got it on my random start time. So arms relaxed. Now, like I said, you're not seeing your actual, where you're hitting or, any of that stuff, but I got that trigger pulled and I maintained a good sight picture in my follow through, before that second beep hit. So we'll do this a few times. Actually, I didn't reset my trigger there, so we'll do this again. Reset. Alright. I think you guys get the idea on that. That's kind of my first round out drill. So you're drawing, getting that cover out of the way, presenting and shooting. Sometimes, especially if my threat is going to be, what is this, probably 2 yards or so, I could scoot back or, whatever, play with it a little bit, but pretty quick, I might try and pull the trigger. As long as I've got positive identification, I might try and pull the trigger, closer to, when my hands, or when I get my gun out, I'm ready to start driving forward. It wouldn't be a bad idea to, or even if you're in closer, right? You can practice where you're super in close. You got your fighting or whatever you're doing. You can practice shooting, right up to your target. I don't have to look at my sights. I know I'm gonna hit this dude somewhere right here. From this, when that guy's that close to you. All things to consider, but you can, I guess, let's try that. So it's all down to your fundamentals, right? If he's coming from the side here, right, you can practice adding some movement, right? Made a little bit of space while I'm coming, I turn my body, or you can practice, shooting here. So let's try that one. So these are all different things that you need to practice. You never know where that threat's coming from. If it's coming from behind you, right? You want to increase space, and you need to get your gun out and that round out fast. Pretty much all I got for you guys on your first round out drills. I'm going to make a couple of videos like this just because I'm bored, stuck at home with this whole COVID stuff going on. But if you thought this video was cool, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.